having a song like that is 33 years old now, and have kids that are younger than that, with their boots on the ground and their fans and all of that, vibing out to it. It's like great. It's like, okay, y'all are understanding now. There are people that came before you to make sure that you can enjoy the things that you enjoy now. And you got to channel their spirit if you want to keep enjoying those things. Everybody, you're right on time for another ride on the Groove Line with your boy Chris Stevens. Hopefully you are doing well out there to start this new week. If this is your first time tuning in, On the Groove Line is a music podcast that discusses music from the past and present. And the genres we usually discuss are hip hop, R&B, soul, funk, disco, jazz fusion, jazz funk. We're talking house today, give you a little inside information about where we're starting, and a few other things over the course of this podcast. Our dance hall episode actually turns out to be our most popular one thus far. Not sure why that is, but I'm not going to complain. So big up to the massive. All jokes aside, thank y'all for tuning in. But if you're new, be sure to subscribe, tap that notification bell so you're notified of all the new videos that drop on this channel. And don't forget to like and comment on the videos, because I do talk back in the comments, and more eyes and ears can be on the channel when you guys do that. So it's Monday. I did my laundry on Sunday, which is weird for me. I usually wait until Monday morning to do it. Why, I don't know. But I got up yesterday, got my stuff together, got in my car, turned on my drive time playlist, because I have a driving playlist to keep me upbeat and motivated to deal with the crazies and traffic. I live in a small town, but some of these people still can't drive worth a damn. And this song popped up on the shuffle, and it reminded me of when I heard it as a youngin', either as a grade schooler, high schooler, in college. And it reminded me that the lead singer and the co-writer of the song actually passed away last month. So today we are going to talk about this little house music gem, Follow Me by Aly-Us, which came out in 1992. So I was 10 or 11 years old. I was either in 5th or 6th grade, depending on what time of year it was when I first heard it. Not exactly sure, but I do know that this song stuck with me in a way that few off the beat path songs rarely do. And I mean, I'm a dude that usually sticks to my R&B, sticks to my funk, sticks to my disco, sticks to my jazz fusion, even though that can be considered off the beaten path. But house music is something that I'm still learning and discovering, even though I enjoy it greatly. But this one was something that held me from the start. And just learning that Eddie Supa Lewis, who co-wrote and is the lead singer of the song, passed away in June, it was like, wow. Like when you think about the lyrics, I'm hoping to see the day. Like this dude was, they wrote this song. It's a song that's absolutely going to get you up and moving, but it's also a song about peace and harmony and people doing what they want to do consensually, of course, having a good time on the dance floor or wherever. And Supa is just saying, why don't you follow me? Why don't you follow me? And everything about the song, the instrumentation, it just hits, like that bass drum, that piano, dun, 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 dun. But the string sample, I don't know if they kind of sort of skirted any copyrights with that string sample. Who's to say? I mean, I ain't snitching, but that string part, dun, 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 like it just that's one of the things that sticks with me about music. Like if I can pick out a certain thing about an instrument or a song, pick out a certain instrument in a song, and it just kind of like sticks out to me, like I'm gonna associate with that song forever. And everybody's like, when they think of Follow Me, they think of that boom, 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 and you the bass drum, and you hear the bass boom, 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 and the piano accompaniment, boom, 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 like that was a well put together track from start to finish, including and especially the hand claps and the hi-hat, the cymbal or whatever. Like it's a perfect house song. It's a perfect dance song. And as I've always said, and I say it all the time on this podcast, house music, EDM, is just disco with computers. And that's not a pejorative either. Like the spirit of disco was to let loose and get free and have a good time. And house music came out of that same vein because the proprietor of it, the late great Frankie Knuckles, was a DJ in New York City before he got lured to Chicago to start a club there, and that's where house music came from because the club was called the Warehouse. So, when you think about how disco's roots just continue on after Disco Demolition Night, because July 12th, 1979, a idiot named Steve Dahl, yes, I'm calling him an idiot. Don't care if he's mad about it. Don't care if his minions are mad about it. It was a Chicago shock jock who got the okay from the Chicago White Sox to blow up a bunch of disco records in between a baseball doubleheader at Comiskey Park called Disco Demolition Night. And those records burned to the ground, and it turned out to be a full-scale riot, so much so that the second game wasn't even played. They got the baseball players out of there before all hell really broke loose. But the damage done to disco was instant. Like, people just ran from disco. Remember how I talked about the HIV and AIDS epidemic on previous episodes when I was talking about Sylvester, when I was talking about Barbara Mason being real homophobic on Another Man? Like, you could see that similar thing because gay people made up, disco clubs and disco music as a whole. It was a perfect storm for people who wanted to quickly disassociate themselves with something that they felt guilty about enjoying. And it gave the few voices who literally hated this stuff, a reason to celebrate. I always say that July 12th, 1979 and January 6th, 2021 are the same damn thing. It's the same thing. It's white conservatives throwing temper tantrums because the world doesn't cater to them like they think the world should. Back then, rock fans, and rock is a black form of music, by the way. Rock and roll started with black people, but white people eventually took it over, and then they turned it into this grungy, dirty punk rock type of thing. And then they got mad when black and Latinos and gays and women found a new brand of music to flock to, and they weren't invited because they can't, get on beat. And so that's where Disco Demolition Night came from. And then you fast forward to January 6, 2021, Joe Biden beats Donald Trump in the election, and they went crazy. And that's why he's back in office now. But yeah, so back to Follow Me though. The roots of it, it's spiritual. It's absolutely disco's kin it's a kin of disco, man. It absolutely is. When you think about, that steady four on the floor with a drum program, when you think about the accompaniment, you have to have a heavy bass if you're doing like dance music, because people need to find something to, get them moving, and that bass does it. The piano parts are sweet, and so are the strings, because strings are a part of disco too. I mean, everybody can remember a good disco string. So Follow Me was just an incredible song, and if you listen to it, you just feel really motivated to have a good time and maybe find that utopia that Supa Lewis was singing about. I mean, he didn't see it in his lifetime. Obviously, he passed away last month, but maybe I don't even think we'll see it, but we need to start making inroads for that so that future generations can enjoy it, which is crazy because when I found out that the youngins were using Follow Me for trail rides, it excited me. I said, we are not losing the recipes. This is wonderful. The kids are discovering the music and they're not being negative about it. I think that's the thing that we struggle with a lot in passing things from generation to generation, is because I know I did. I know I used to hate when my mom would make us listen to old school R&B. We couldn't listen to hip hop because the music was just too dirty for her. And here I am today listening to Sound of Philadelphia, and that, and the Philly International stuff was on the decline by the time I was born. But I mean, I love it now, but I love that the youth are starting to explore the music that came before them. They're starting to learn that music didn't start in the 2000s, not by a long shot. Some of the best stuff that you'll listen to in life is older than you. And finding out that the youngins were using Follow Me for line dances and trail rides and all of that, it was like, whew, we gonna be okay. As long as we keep these youngins, I mean, history is important. You don't know where you're going to, you know where you've been. And those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. So having a song like that is 33 years old now, and have kids that are younger than that, with their boots on the ground and their fans and all of that, vibing out to it. It's like great. It's like, okay, y'all are understanding now. There are people that came before you to make sure that you can enjoy the things that you enjoy now. And you got to channel their spirit if you want to keep enjoying those things. So just listening to Follow Me brought back a lot of memories and just reminded me of that, little point that disco may have died in name, but it survives in spirit, and it continues to survive in spirit. Especially when you have a song like Follow Me, which is still banging 33 years later, and that song came out 13 years after Disco Demolition Night. So I just literally wanted to talk about that song and how it just, I mean, as a young and as a kid, I never really paid attention to the lyrics, but I just remember just that boom, 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 boom. It just, everything about that beat just grabbed me as a 10 or 11-year-old, and it still sticks with me as I'm going on 44. And hopefully Eddie Super Lewis's spirit realizes that he may not have been able to see it here, but the youngins are going to try to pay it forward, by something as simple as a trail ride. Because Black joy is one of the biggest forms of resistance possible. That's what people tend to forget. Black people found ways to even, make songs and dances while they were, enslaved. We found ways to enjoy ourselves during Jim Crow. We found ways to enjoy ourselves during this new era of increased state violence and police brutality. If we're having a good time, white people hate it. White supremacy hates it. And that's why songs like Follow Me and it picking up, with the trail ride click, it matters. It all matters. We got to, find ways to enjoy ourselves and, find something about life to like while we're fighting this ongoing menace that is white supremacy and fascism. And Follow Me is the perfect song to sort of serve as a soundtrack for that. And that's going to do it for this ride on the Groove Line. Greatly appreciate y'all as always. Contact information will be in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe. Tap that notification bell to be notified of all the new videos that drop on this channel. And don't forget to like and comment, because you do that, I talk back, we have a good conversation, more eyes and ears be on this channel, and the Groove Line can keep on rolling. So thank y'all for riding with me on the Groove Line today. And until the next time we ride, y'all be good or be good at it.